G'day Tiger fans, welcome to Raw Vision and the opposition analysis. We head down to Geelong Saturday afternoon, Simonds Stadium, take on the mighty Cats down there and to have a look at the Cats. I'm joined by Blake Caracella, and Blake, you spent a fair bit of time down at Geelong and this is a huge game.
I did, 7 years down at Geelong, and they're a great football club and a great team. They've lost some close games recently, but they're sitting fourth on the ladder and it's a top four clash.
Down at Geelong, I mean, they're incredibly hard to beat. Sydney beat them there last week, but they don't lose many games down there.
No, they don't. I think it's 3 losses in 3 years or 4 years, so they've been a very good team over that period as well. But it's a challenge. It's a small ground against a good team, and we need to play well.
Well, let's have a look at a key matchup for this week. And with Tom Hawkins out, Harry Taylor would be the obvious man to go forward. And Harry can kick a bag of goals. He's kicked 5 a couple of times this year, and Dave Asprey's probably the matchup for him.
Yeah, he trained all pre-season down forward, so he's learning the craft. He 2 bags of 5 this year, and he's a pretty good shot on goal too when he gets the ball. So if he doesn't mark it, he'll provide a contest, and I think they'll have Buzzer down there as well. So 2 key forwards that are going to be hard to handle.
Even when he wasn't kicking goals, Harry, it was important for the matchups down there, wasn't he, to take players away from Hawkins? Yeah,
Hawk's such a big key forward, and all the defenders tend to sag off their opponents, get back to Hawk. So if there's 2 players they have to worry about, it's a bit harder to do. And some days Hawk will kick goals, and some days Harry Taylor gets the goals.
You'd be wrapped with Dave's form.
Dave's been fantastic. I didn't know too much about Dave when I come to the club, but he's been fantastic. He's joining in the attack as well, and shaping the ball out of the back line with the other boys, and he's been a fantastic contributor this year.
You certainly have. Let's have a look at some stats and their pressure at home. Blake, it's really obvious from round 9 on, when you have a look at what they do at Simonds, they defend that ground so well, and these numbers are pretty good.
Yeah, the ground's 30 metres skinnier than the MCG, so it's a lot easier to defend, hence the numbers have gone up. But they've played some good teams as well. They've played Bulldogs, Adelaide, Port Adelaide, Sydney, and those games tend to suggest there's going to be lots of tackles, lots of pressure, and that's the way the games are played. I
think when you watch them at Simonds, because of the tightness of that ground, it goes up another notch, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. There's no space to find compared to the MCG. Yeah, they do play the ground very well. They train there each day, and they've played plenty of games on there. So it's a challenge for us to go down on a ground that we're not familiar with, and to be able to play well is going to be it's going to be a real big challenge.
The centre clearance is more important than ever on that ground?
Yeah, it is. Teams can't transition the ball from D50 to forward 50 as well as they can on the MCG for the same reason. There's less space. So if you can get the ball from the midfield down to your forward line, you can really lock it in there, and if you don't score the first time, you might get a re-entry and score the second time.
Absolutely. Another strength of Geelong's this year, I think, is when they win the ball back on that half back line. They've got great key defenders, obviously Lonergan and Henderson do the job, but if they win it back, these guys can really rebound quickly, particularly Mackie and Tui.
Yeah, Mackie's such a smart player, and Tui's kicked some goals this year. You see him kick goals from 55, 60 metres out, so we need to be prepared for that in case they do have some long shots. But they are a great attacking team. Whether they win the ball at stoppages and go forward, or they rebound off half back, we've got to work that out.
Yeah, that's where the pressure comes in.
Yeah, and it's been well spoken about that our pressure's been fantastic this year, which it has, and got a lot of quick players around the ground, and if we don't win the ball and use the ball away from the contest, then we're looking to get the ball back as fast as we can.
How good's Patrick Dangerfield? You saw him up close last year. He comes back into the team this week, but he's a phenomenal player.
Yeah, awesome player, so powerful, can go forward, play midfield, probably play down back if he wanted to, and very hard to stop. He's got all the tricks. He can mark it in the air. He can win the ball on the ground. He's quick, he's composed. Yeah, it's going to be hard to stop. And some players you can't stop getting the ball, but you can try and negate the influence they have.
Do you expect him to go forward much this week? Without Selwood, he probably has to stay in the middle.
Yeah, they've got a few players out, so it's really hard to predict what's going to happen, if they're going to go tall down forward or short down forward, and who's going to play where. But with, I think, Selwood and Duncan out, I guess they probably look to play Dangerfield through the midfield for a majority of the game.
Yeah, it's going to be a big game. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks, Richo. Massive game, and looking forward to it.
Yeah, can't wait to get down there. Down at Simonds Stadium, Saturday afternoon. We'll see you down there.
Buy Rants and get Rioli free. Join now for 2018 and get the rest of 2017 for free. Visit membership.richmondfc.com.au.